But today there's a new item on the menu. Murder! Vault Hunter! Kill the chefs!
How I do?
You do well to ignore Torg's instructions if you wish to stay alive. With the chefs dead, we can prepare our own meal for the gobbler! Get to the freezer! Door's locked. Let me activate my remote lockpicking program. We do not allow contestants in the meat locker. Leave at once. We gotta choose some meat for the gobbler's meal. Tug on the tastiest looking scat corpses.
My mommy
This is totally gonna get me fired, and I don't care!
Just leave!
Mouth is watering! I don't know what you're planning, but I don't like it. Tributes, get the Vault Hunter out of my kitchen!
Bury me upside down! Water! Somebody shut that mess here!
Those dudes didn't stand a chance! You almost feel bad for them until you start laughing because you were technically acting in self-defense, so
You look
screw
ill
them!
enough to me!
Violence doesn't solve it! Now to grind up the meat! Get to the kitchen!
Tomorrow.
Torg, as president, I demand to know why the hell the Vault Hunter is running around backstage. Just trying to mix things up. Your job is not to mix things up. Your job is to flex your muscles and do air guitar solos, idiot. Words can hurt! Let's get a grindin'! Grinder! Delicious! We're nearly done preparing the gobbler's meal! With the meat prepared, we only need one more ingredient. Deadly poison! Head to the stabber jabber nests! I ran out of explosives, so I'm actually going to open this door remotely without blowing it up! Psych! You know you're following an idiot, yes? Torg created his explosive gun tech then sold it to us for $12 and a high five. We kept him on purely for PR reasons. But you both outlived your usefulness. Tribute, kill. Closes a door, I blow it the up! Hey, make sure to get a slag whipping on the way. Smack the jabber nest to wake him up. All right, now slag the jabber. Kill it before the slag wears off.
Ugly Zero. Best robot ever.
Taz told me a single slag jabber gland would be enough to kill a monster the size of a planet. So get a few more!
Yeah, boy!
Now pop them into the gobbler's dinner, and you'll be ready to fight them. Why, you insist on being a moron, Torg. This is why you lost a controlling share of your own company. I knew I should have killed you when I had the chance. Now add the poison glands to the marination vat. Hit that button to marinate the out of that meal. The meal's almost ready. Let's get cooking. Start the conveyor of cookery. That's it. You've gone off script one too many times, Torg. Today's meal is canceled. Chefs, shut down that oven. We can't stop now! Protect the oven! I swear by my abdominal muscles, I will eat the ravenous waddle gobbler!
My words will ring in your ears for miles!
Making me work for it. Leave us alone!
I want that oven shut down. I want the Vault Hunter dead. And I want Mr. Torch's head on a plate. Don't let the chef near the oven or they'll switch it off.
I want everything you got!
Something
This
hungry
one's
this way comes!
This one's
Shakespeare! Quest
You can
update!
still run!
Turn the oven back on!
That's the idea!
I want that oven shut down. I want the Vault Hunter dead. And I want Mr. Torch's head on a plate!
You can still run!
Leave us alone!
Here!
Give me your damn loot!
You fired up from fatal leadership, you'll remember me!
Food's done! Go get it! My taste buds are aflame with the power of 1,000 nuclear bombs! My mouth is watering so much you could drown a small village in my cheeks! The taste apocalypse is upon us! If you kill that gobbler, Torg, it'll be your last meal. The board of directors and I can guarantee that. You know why we made the gobbler invincible, Torg? So you could kill him. After dozens of failed attempts by other contestants, you were supposed to finally kill it on camera while wielding our most expensive guns. You would have looked like a hero. Why be a hero when you could eat one? You are the dumbest person in the world. I paid several other contestants to kill you if the gobbler can't, Vault Hunter. You and Torg will pay for your idiocy. Here comes the ravenous Waddle Gobbler! We've replaced this creature's normal food with poison! Let's see if he notices! He took the bait! Now just don't die until the poison takes effect! Waddle Gobbler! Mercs, don't shoot the gobbler, shoot the Vault Hunter! The poison's working! It's working! The gobbler is killable! Let the I'm gonna eat the out of this thing! This is your last chance to eliminate all, or you're out of the You just disobeyed a direct order from your president.
Sorry about your face!
You're dead. I am so scared! I know you can't tell because of the tone of my voice, but that was sarcastic! Anyway, come on back whenever, Vault Hunter!
The Vault Hunter wins! Pretty big fan of yours. Go say hi to her.
Oh man, it's the Vault Hunter! You are awesome! Didn't you fight Terramorphous? I fought a big creature like that once. He was a big whale squid with 100 tentacles. You ever thought anything with tentacles? Oh, of course you have. Terramorphous had tentacles. How silly of me. Now, where was I?
I am so sorry.
All right, the whale creature. His name was Blowhole the Apocalypse. I called him the Apocalypse for short. And he attacked my hometown of Tsunami's Edge when I was but a little girl. You ever been to Tsunami's Edge? Great town, nice beaches, great food, and the cost of living is just so low. Even being a single grandmother and working part-time in a skag meat processing factory, I was still able to provide for little Mr. Torg. We may not have been able to afford the finer things in life, like food, but we got by. After all, Mr. Torg and I didn't have anything with one another after that horrible gas leak blew up the iridium mine, killing my son and his lovely wife. From that day onward, my little Mr. Torg vowed to conquer explosions themselves in an effort to avenge his fallen parents, and... Ah, man, I forgot what I was talking about. Where was... Oh, right! The Blowhole the Apocalypse! So anyway, I was wrestling Blowhole to the ground, and I had my bicep curled around his blueberry throat. Blueberry? Sorry, I meant to say blubbery. I've got blueberries on the brain, I guess. I grow them in my backyard. Mr. Torg helped me plant them. Thanks again for that, grandson.
I love you, Grandma!
Anyway, I have my bicep around his blubbery throat, and Mr. Torg starts crying because he really likes whale squids, and he doesn't want to see me hurt one.
They are the princes of the ocean!
So I let the whale go after giving it a punch in the eyeball so he'll remember me, and it swam away into the ocean. And then I had Mr. Torg drive me to the ice cream parlor. He got me Rocky Road, because Rocky Road's my favorite. I'm extremely partial to the way the marshmallows act like little landmines of flavor amidst the battleground of chocolate. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Is it pistachio? I bet it's pistachio. Oh, that reminds me! You'll never guess who I saw today! Pistachio the Amazing! He's a magician who studied under Crazy Earl, so he's got that weird mustache, you know, but I saw him make a rack hive disappear. A whole rack hive! I said to Mr. Torg, Mr. Torg, wasn't that amazing? And he said, yes, it was, Grandma. Didn't you say that high five? You remember saying that?
I remember, Grandma!
And we stood in line afterward and got his autograph, and I thought I had it somewhere around here, but it's probably in the attic. I really ought to go up there and clean it out one of these days. I have so many little keepsakes up there. You're paying attention, right? Say, what's my favorite flavor of ice cream? Oh, so you are listening. How wonderful. You're an even better listener than my old pet rack, Beasto. Beasto was such a sweetie. You ever had a pet rack? If you can tame them, they are the sweetest pet you'll ever have. He used to just sit on my shoulder and bite chunks of flesh out of my neck to pass the time. I still remember the way he used to tweet. He went, tweet, tweet. It was so cute. I had a conversation with him once. I said, Mr. Beasto. He liked being called Mr. Beasto. It made him feel like an aristocrat. I said, Mr. Beasto, you're looking very cute today. And he said, oh, thank you, that's so nice. Or he tweeted in a way that made me know that's how he felt. And then he lowered his little head like he was taking a bow. It was adorable. Beasto was my third pet rack. First I had Woody. He got hit by a train. Then I had Anita. She got shot up trying to take vengeance on the train that killed Woody. And then I found Beasto making little poops on the windmill outside our house. After Mr. Torg and I wrestled her to the ground, I did a flying pile driver off a nearby tower tree. Got him straight in the spine and brought him down. We brought him in and fed him some skag steaks until he decided he loved us. I still miss Beasto sometimes. He just died of old age. Rack don't live much longer than a few years, but I treasured the time we had together. Poor Mr. Torg. When Beasto died, he cried for a week. The kids made fun of him at school, but I told him not to pay them any mind.
Being in touch with your emotions is not a character flaw!
That's right, high five. Is something wrong? You look confused, Vault Hunter. Oh, you probably haven't heard anyone call Mr. Torg high five before. The world may know him as Mr. Torg, but the Flexingtons always refer to him as his middle name. It's a Flexington family tradition, after all, to use your grandfather or grandmother's name as your own middle name. And my husband, High Five Flexington, God rest his soul, was the best grandfather Mr. Torg could have asked for before he passed. He taught Mr. Torg dang near everything he knew about firearms. Without High Five's teachings, I don't think the Torg Corporation would exist at all. Gosh, I still remember the first gun Mr. Torg tried to make after his parents died. A Jacobs shotgun with a stick of dynamite attached to the barrel. Torg nearly blew his face off, but he got up, dusted his mustache off, and swore that by the time he reached the age of 11, he would make a gun that fired explosions without killing the operator. And by golly, he did! It took a couple of dozen prototypes before he got the right combination of gun parts and explosives, right? But once he did, woo-wee! I'll never forget the plume of smoke that used to be my neighbor's homestead. They were jerks, though, so it's okay. Gosh, I've been talking your ear off for some time, haven't I? It's so kind of you to listen for this long. I've taken up too much of your time already. Please, don't feel like you have to stick around any longer. As a matter of fact, take this for giving this old woman some company. Woo!
Friends are like family who don't suck!
You're even more attractive than Mr. Torg said you were. I've got another story for you, but I'd like to tell it to all of your friends at once. An old lady like me has to save her voice, you know. Oh, you still want to talk with me? How incredibly sweet of you. Say, you'll never guess who I saw today. Captain Scarlet. She was robbing my retirement home with a few other brigands, and I recognized her for her wanted poster, and I said, "Oh, hey, you fought the Vault Hunter, didn't you?" And she bowed all elegantly and said something like, "Indeed, I did, madam," and said that you were really good at fighting, and that you beat her fair and square. She didn't seem to harbor much of a grudge about it. Nice girl. You should think about meeting up with her again if you're not shacked up with anybody, you know? I mean, of course, you probably are. Gorgeous hunk of a vault hunter like you. I bet you're beating away suitors left and right. Look, you're blushing. Oh, I could just eat you up. Mr. Torg was so scared of trying to get a date for such a long time. He used to go to parties in high school and just stand in the back without talking to anybody.
I am an introvert!
I tried to tell him, I said, don't worry about chasing love. If you chase your dreams, then love will follow. See, that's the thing people don't get. You watch Echo films and they're just awful. They teach you that the only way to be with someone is just to pursue them over and over until they decide they like you. In reality, you know when you like someone almost immediately. You can't really convince somebody to fall in love with you. You just look like a stalker. But if you do things that you're interested in, like making guns that explode or killing mercenaries, then people will see that confidence and skill you have, and they'll be attracted to it. But there's always a fine line between that kind of confidence and narcissism, you know? There's nothing worse than somebody who wants to be famous. I remember when Mr. Torg first sold his weapons tech to that board of directors, he was pretty egocentric for a while. Taking pictures of himself and posting them to the EchoNet all the time. Trying to hobnob with every celebrity that used his weapons. He came back home one day with a supermodel under each arm, and I said, "Mr. Torg, what are you doing? You've lost sight of who you are. It's been weeks since you actually created a new gun," I said. And it was true. He'd been more obsessed with being well known for doing something great than with actually doing something great.
It was a dark point in my life.
Thankfully, High Five listened to me and got to work on what would eventually become the Kerblaster. You a fan of the Kerblaster? That was always my favorite. That and the Flacker, which I know a lot of people hate. But there's more to combat than just brute efficiency in this old lady's eyes. Style counts for something. And there's nothing quite like filling the air with tiny little explosions. It's like a fireworks show, except the deaths aren't as sad and unexpected. Actually, that reminds me, now that you're here, I wanted to throw some ideas at you for feedback. I'm a playwright in my spare time, and I'm trying to write a story about an up-and-coming tournament fighter who tries to find love in a gladiatorial arena. And I figure you've got a lot of experience, so your feedback could really be valuable. So the play is called Broken Hearts and Broken Men. weighed in on an arena just after a battle. Body parts litter the stage. A lone warrior stands in the middle of the stage, a spotlight illuminating her blood-stained arm. She stands, holding her sword triumphantly aloft. Valkyrie. Is there no warrior who can challenge me? Must I be destined to spend my life as the strongest, the bravest, the most invincible warrior this galaxy has seen? For I am Valkyrie, scourge of the gladiatorial games! Excellent Valkyrie, as she shakes her head in despair. From stage left, enter Noah, a janitor with a heavy heart and an even heavier conscience. He begins sweeping the body part into a bin, which is colored green, and remember that because that's a smaller color than color, until melancholy overtakes him. He drops his push broom to the floor and falls to his knees before delivering a heart-wrenching soliloquy. The blood cannot be washed away, not before and not now, even as I attempt to escape the past which haunts me still. Must I live forever as a fraud, sweeping up the trash of others to hide my shame and avoid my pursuers? Must I forever remain on the periphery of joyful combat, ever watchful but never participating? With a clatter of all, Valkyrie re-enters on stage right. Good morrow, lowly janitor. I heard a noise and thought it worth investigating. Oh, great Valkyrie, 'twas nothing but the wails of those souls you released from their bodies tonight. Souls that wail in agony as they fly upward to Valhalla. Valkyrie. Fools! What have they to wail about? Their agonies are over, ended at the point of my sword. Mine, however, have only yet begun. For it is lonely at the top, and an unchallenged life is a boring one. No doubt. If only I were able to tell her my true identity, I would give her a fight she would not soon forget. Back to her. Yes, ma'am, boredom is the true tragedy. May you one day find challenge in combat. Stupid, Nodon picks up a giant two-armed bastard sword with almost no effort. Valkyrie. What is this? Excellent. Stage left. Valkyrie. What strength this janitor possessed? Who is he to pick up a bastard sword with 2 fingers? What hidden power does he hold? What secrets does he keep? I will endeavor to uncover his past, in the hopes that our swords may cross in battle! Excellent. End of song. Scene 2. The interior of the governor's house. The table is set with myriad teas and biscuits. Oh, sorry, I didn't even ask you for the feedback on the first scene. Did you like it? Oh, wonderful. I'll continue then. Scene 2. The governess enters from stage left. Governess, I refuse to respond to these absurd accusations. Her husband looks at her quizzically. Governor, and what accusations may those be? Governess. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm ready to get feedback on the play yet. But what about you? What are you up to? Tell Grandma Flexington all about it. I bet you've had some amazing adventures. Mr. Torg told me about the time you all played bunkers and badasses together. He said it was one of the most fun and welcoming experiences of his life.
Grandpa! You're embarrassing me!
Sorry, sweetie, but really, you and the Vault Hunters are his first real pals. It wasn't easy for Mr. Torg to make friends at school when he had facial hair at age 8, pecs at 8.5, and dead parents by age 9. People found him intimidating, but I told him that he should be thankful for the fact that he looks different. Anyone who wouldn't be friends with you based on appearance wouldn't be a very good friend anyway. But he really does like hanging out with all of you. Most people these days want Torg to pose for pictures or blow something up by flexing at it. It's not often he gets to sit down and play games with people. Oh, speaking of games, did you play Going Back to the House yet? It's a new echo simulation about exploring a log cabin you lived in when you were a kid. There's no violence or anything. You just walk around looking at cereal boxes and remembering people you made out with. I really like where echo sims have gone in the past few years, don't you? There seem to be a lot more of them with interesting things to do beyond shooting people. And the writing has gotten so tight and concise. For instance, did you ever play The Samurai's Marker? The whole game's story was delivered through haiku. Did Zero write it or something? No, I'm just joshing. I know you're too busy for that. But oh yeah, I was playing at the end of the pointed gun last night on my Echo Sim player, and wow, is that fun. It's about a guy who punches people and smacks himself in the face with doors. Easily one of the best punch-related comedy sims ever. But oh, I'm really looking forward to this game called Robot Hunter Assault Squadron, which is this big randomized survival game about throwing bottles at trees and accidentally scaring birds. In the demo version, I scared a bird so hard it died. 10 out of 10 in my book. But what kind of things do you do for fun? You play any sports? You look like you might be into some of the more extreme stuff, like spine hurdling or psycho head volleyball. I knew an athlete a lot like you when I was younger. Her name was Nijo, and she was especially gifted at the giblet toss. That's an old pastime we had back when I was younger. Idea was you punch a convict, and then see how far you could make their viscera fly across a big field. You got points based on distance and the size of the viscera. She won the final round of the giblet toss championship by getting a left eyeball to cross the 300-meter mark. They said she was juicing with iridium, but I think they were just angry that she dethroned the reigning champ, misogynistic Jeff. People really liked him for some reason. Hey, what's your favorite food? Mine's burgers, personally. People look at you like you're a pleb or something when you say you like burgers, but just think of all the things you can do with them. You can change out the patty, play around with the toppings, change what sides you have. You ever have a burger with veggie chips? Gosh, I all but forgot about fries for about a year after I discovered the veggie chip combo. And I'm not a vegetarian or anything, but those veggie patties they make on the more upper class worlds are crazy good. Better than real meat if you cook it right. Mr. Toad tried to be vegetarian once after he saw a fluff bear get run over by a truck. How long did you last again?
12 seconds!
Third place. Third.
Barely even finished the word vegetarian before he lunged at a skag shoe I was holding in my left hand. Nearly lost a finger. Granted, he's always been around here. Skag shoes or skag bacon. Don't know why, since I always felt like skags tasted like old tires and vomit. But to each his own. Taste is a funny thing. People say your taste buds get more refined as time goes on, but they actually get worse and worse. So when Mr. Torg used to refuse vegetables as a kid, it's because he was actually tasting how awful they were. When we old folks eat vegetables, we're only okay with it because we can't taste all the gross vitamins and stuff. Granted, vitamins are what have kept me going for as long as I've been going. You get enough B12 in your system and you can headbutt a freight train without so much as a bruise. That reminds me, I need to get my pills ready for the rest of the week. I have one of those little metal containers split into different sections for each day. It's really helpful. And the sides are sharp enough that I can use it to ward off burglars if I need to. What else do I have to do this week? Probably head to the bazaar, pick up some frozen spider and flanks. Gotta bring my coat, though, because it gets kind of chilly in the freezer section. What else do I need? Oh, I need Schwartzman's candy drops. Gosh, those are delicious. They're so smooth and sweet. Just thinking about them, I could go for one right now, couldn't you? Do you think you could go find me one? freshman candy drop? Grab it for me, will ya? Oh, I can
build
taste
you
it
an extra arm
already.
just for high five.
Oh, wonderful. Bring it back here and I'll finish my story. Thank you so much! I'll eat this later while sitting by the fireplace telling Mr. Torg stories of days gone by. There's just nothing like a good roaring fireplace, is there? Something healing and safe. Maybe that's why our family likes explosions so much. They're basically just big fireplaces. Every explosion feels just like coming home. Oh, maybe that'd be a good slogan for the Torg Corporation. Don't you think, High Five? Ah! Oh, don't be silly. It's a wonderful slogan and you know it. I used to come up with slogans for a living when I was in my teens. I came up with the jingle for Professor Gunsight's Can't Miss Scopes. How'd it go? Oh, yeah. If you try to shoot but you miss a lot, then give Professor Gunsight Scopes a shot. Ha! And then they played a gunshot sound effect and someone going, ah! It was cute. Gosh, I've been talking for a while now, haven't I? Thanks for bringing your friends to listen to an old woman ramble for a while. I can't tell you how great it is to have somebody new to talk to, especially a vault hunter. Oh, and one more thing. No, actually, that could probably wait. Just something about vaults and the end of the universe. Anyway, here. I always spoil my friends, just like I spoiled my grandson. Enjoy it! Conversation! Ow!
You're worse than the bitches! Oh!
You get close to the entrance to Flame Rock Refuge, but suddenly...
The handsome sorcerer's pet dragon appears! Surprise attack!
Oh, I want to smack you.
You try to attack the dragon, but your attacks do nothing! The dragon attacks and... Critical hit!
Great. Are we done now?
Tina, you can't start your campaign with a boss fight players can't win.
Touche. Okay, everybody back up!
I wanted to kill something.
Okay, how about a new boss? He's a skeleton.
And his name is... Mr. Bony Pants Guy?
I am Mr. Bony Pants Guy.
Does that work?
Yes, please.
All right, the road to Flame Rock Refuge is open. Go there. Go, go, go. entered the town of Flame Rock Refuge. In the distance, you see the town's scouting blimps, always alert in case of battles and stuff. What you gonna do now?
Stop playing this game?
Let's talk to some townfolk.
A grand idea.
Missing! Maybe her bodyguard Eleanor knows where she went.
If the Queen doesn't return, we shall never see the sun again!
Sounds like we should go find this Eleanor. The bodyguard isn't here.
Oh, whoops. Forgot to put her piece on the board. Blam! Girl looks like she got a problem.
I'd punch her problems.
I talked to her. In character, of course.
Hello, lovely lady. What is wrong?
The Queen is missing. She went into the forest to bring the light back to the world.
So where'd she go?
She said something about using the Tree of Life to undo the curse. That must be where she's going.
And so your purpose became clear. You gotta go to the forest and help the Queen.
My kingdom for a gun. Happy trails, adventurer. See ya. Coins for bullets, bullets for coins. I got potions and armor. Kinda. Good luck on your quest, or whatever.
Without the Queen, this world will remain in darkness.
I moved here after the sorcerer burned my village down.
world went dark, but the gatekeeper's a real pushover. Just tell him I sent you.
Yes, the Queen went into the forest. It's too dangerous to go alone. I shall accompany you. Just 1 second, Anne.
Whoop, time out. I gotta take this. This Tina.
It's Mr. Tor! Tina! Put me in the game!
Okay, the gatekeeper is now Mr. Tor.
Woo! Fan to see you! Wow! So I'm a gatekeeper, huh? In that case, you gotta prove your badassitude to get past me. First task, blow up the village's scouting blimps with the fire weapon. Because reasons!
To see approaching threats. We had no reason to do that.
Fantasy! All right, that's task 2. Go to the town tavern.
Wait, this town doesn't have a tavern.
Okay, you're at the tavern. The bar owner has a problem. Talk to her.
Hey, baby, I'm hung like a vault monster.
So it's hard to find and ultimately disappoint? Hey, adventurer, it's closing time, but these idiots can't take a hint. Could you throw them out for me? Don't be afraid to get rough.
Moxie, I'm surprised you're not bright orange.
Thanks, Sugar.
Oh, come on, all right. I'm sorry. I'll never say nothing douchey again, I promise. Bitch!
That is unacceptable! Chase him down! Punch him so hard he explodes!
when the wizard orphaned me, I thought I'd take bloody revenge. Instead, I took mine.
Get him! Punch him! Whoa!
Nerd! You're a nerd!
He's getting away!
God, Tina, this makes no sense. Torg is ruining your campaign.
I'm having fun.
Well done! You're now badass enough to survive the forest!
I just realized this is the first time we've met in person. You are very attractive! New mission! I want you to blow up the ocean!
Can you please get him out of our way?
Alright, fair enough. Okay, Mr. Torg, I banish you to the stocks!
Stocks?
Awesome!
Anyway, I'm called Davlin the Gatekeeper. I shall open the way to the forest. You will not survive the horrors of the forest on your own. I shall meet you inside and serve as a guide.
You enter the Forest of Tranquility!
Tranquility? Boring.
Okay, good point. Dang, now I gotta come up with a better name for the forest. I've got it! Eat metal death!
I knew I shouldn't have trusted trees.
you find a jewel on the ground. Maybe the queen left it to mark her trail.
Then we should follow the jewels. They'll lead us right to her.
Yeah, what Big Lily Style said. Just stick to the main road and you'll be ace.
This forest grew from the corpses of my enemies. Ain't that a kick in the ass? Hey, maybe after I kill you, a fern will grow out of your body or something. People like ferns. You ever notice that?
No.
Come and get me.
Let's have some fun! Where you going?
We're exploring.
You may not want to do that. I only balanced the combat on the main path and...
Oh, no.
Wait. How in the hell are we supposed to kill these things?
Ah! My bad! I'll fix it! Let me fix it!
Boom! Combat balanced!
Don't worry, baby. I'll take good care of you.
Over here. Follow me. I believe the queen went this way. Curses, a dead end. There must be some way through. This is Orcish writing. It says you need to bathe the artifacts in the juices of blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Looks like you just need to collect some blood fruit.
What the hell? What's a blood fruit?
It's a squishy thing that grows on the trees over here.
By my command!
My What?
Whoa, you didn't say the blood fruit grew on the tree ants.
Well, they do. Think you're cool enough to grab the fruit without killing the tree first?
Don't worry, baby. I'll take good care of you. Now I can more arigato, suckers!
Good. Now smear it on the artifacts, please.
Morty, you look different.
Huh?
Oh, it's the... Where's your birdie? Your little birdie friend.
Tina, we told you what happened to Bloodwing.
So anyway, she's so cute. Where is she?
Let's just play the game, all right?
Welcome to Cleric Zed's Health Emporium. Don't die! Can I interest you in some magic bullets? I shall see you soon.
My death is
There's no hope!
Fun!
Strike while the demon is blinded by our radiance! Shall find no safe we are doing The shadow creeps, but the order... The shadow
cold. Light the bonfires. Need souls.
Was it good for you?
May the truth bind tight and sword cut deep. abominations will rule this... Come on! We are unstoppable! None shall deny the power of the Order!
Show ya! The souls!
Holy crap, that was annoying. Thanks for your help. I died like 80 times trying to get through those traps. Look, you gotta be careful. The guy who killed me and stole my souls is still somewhere around here. Speaking of jackass, take him out, would you? Enough with that creepy laugh, douche! Try stabbing me in the back while I drink from my flask now, jerkwad! Hey, thanks again. I got something for you. It can be hard out here on Pandora. You better hold on to your humanity as best you can.
Follow, quickly! Another dead end. Damn the luck!
I just remembered, this next fight won't work unless Roland's here. We should probably just take a break until Roland shows up.
Stop it. Roland's not...
Oh, I got an idea! The gatekeeper says...
More orcish scrawls. It reads, "Retrieve the White Knight, for only he can open the way."
And I know just where he is. Waypoint! before you in all of his handsome, heroic glory. It's Rowan!
Huh? What the hell?
I'll talk later. Help me fight this thing.
Swatu, Swatu, tiptoe!
No!
Hey, Shorty, you're the best. I owe you one. This can't be healthy.
You fought well, girl. I'll be honored as hell to join your quest.
Roland doesn't talk like that.
He does when I'm voicing him, girl.
Yes, for shizzle. Now let's go. Hey, girl. I was in that blimp looking for the queen before somebody burned it down.
My bad!
So, who's this queen, anyway? What are we looking for?
She's the most beautifulest woman in the history of ever. Shorty's got legs for days.
Wow, that was unhelpful. Tina? Tina!
Sorry. Just thinking about them legs.
Ah, the White Knight. Stand here and raise thy sword, good sir.
Okay.
Behold, the path to the Tree of Life is open. Mayhap we shall find your queen there.
I got potions and armor. Kinda. Go kill some wizards. For me. Coins for bullets, bullets for coins. I'm sure that'll find a nice home in some orc's face. Keep the bullets flying.
This place?
Vitality Grove. This is where the Tree of Life first took root. The tree holds all the good and natural magics of the world.
The Queen must have come here to reverse the sorcerer's curse. The Queen's, not here.
The writings say we could reverse the curse ourselves with a simple ritual. Give me the blood fruit. We shall reverse the curse, then find the Queen ourselves. Gods of the old magics, give me the strength to undo the horrible curse that was cast by the hands of intelligent and super awesome sorcerer.
Hodam Shiva, Hodam Shiva, Hodam Shiva.
Ghost King spell, booyah, face. Handsome sorcerer here. See, I kidnapped your queen like 3 hours ago. Sorry, in an hour. Thanks for helping me summon the Ghost King out. Have fun dying.
Get your second wind.
What? The gatekeeper was actually the handsome sorcerer all along? Plot twist!
Wait, what? Zero sense.
Plot twist!
As a representative of the Queen's Imperial Guard, I, Roland W., a knight of justice and cupcakes and stuff. Rise. Anyway, if you're looking for the Queen, the Sorcerer's got her. You'll need to cut through the Dwarven slave mines to reach his tower.
You enter the dwarven mines. You hear the anguished wails of the sorcerer's political prisoners and enslaved dwarves.
I'm a dwarf and I'm enslaved!
These mines house Ragnar, king of the dwarves and leader of the anti-sorcerer resistance. Mayhaps, if you talk to the dwarves, you could join forces and become unstoppable, mayhaps.
Don't worry, boys. My charisma is off the charts. I'll convince him to...
Lily. Whoever rolls highest will talk to him. Throw them dice.
20!
Ooh, sorry, Lil. Looks like Brick's gonna talk to the Dwarf King.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Welcome to Cleric Zed's Health Emporium. Go kill some wizards for me. Can I interest you in some magic bullets? Yield goodbye.
You had me up!
Number 5 alive! Best robot ever!
heads.
Over here, laddie. My boys are itching to fight by your side.
I punch him!
Brick, don't. If you just talk to him, we can...
I punch him!
You just gonna stare at me?
Quit it! Nope. No
Time
touching.
to get going!
It was gonna lead us to
Damn it,
holla!
Brick. We gotta fight through him to get out of here.
Get ready for a beer!
Wait. Are you fighting the dwarves? You're such an idiot. How did you...
Here I go! Valhalla! Here I come!
Killing me here, Brick. I'm getting taunted by a 13-year-old girl doing the voice of a grown man.
I told you guys we should have waited for Roland to play. His character has the highest leadership skill. In the distance, you see a lonely wizard blocking your path.
Maybe he can help us out of here. I say we talk to him.
With words.
I don't know why y'all looking at me.
Oh, no! Another band of adventurers looking to take down the sorcerer. Look, you won't make it. You'll either die or be enslaved. And I can't in good conscience let you continue in your foolhardy quest. You shall not pass! Hey! You're talking to me! And I didn't even have an exclamation point over my head. This is the best day of my life! Damn it! Fine. If you really want to get to the Sorcerer's Castle, I'll mark the exit on your map. But if you die, you won't be able to say I didn't warn you, because you'll be dead.
The exit is locked by dwarven door locking magic.
Well, damn! Now how do we get out of here?
You know, that wizard may know something about dwarven door locking magic.
Let me open the way for you. Yield and open! No way! That's like my third favorite type of magic! Look, you're gonna need the secret dwarven passphrase to open the door. Go find some weird runes scattered around the mines. I bet those are the letters making up the passphrase. If you'll find the letters, you can probably get out of here. In fact, I found one just the other day. But you can't have this one. You can find your own. I got quests. Hey! Aww.
Nice! That looks like the symbol for the letter T. One letter down, to go.
You! The sorcerer told me about you. Said you come from his queen. Well, tough titty. I'm in charge of these mines, and you'll never get the other runes.
Murder time!
It's the one who killed Bolt! Come up! Wrong way, another Colossus to slay! Jeez! Move! It's the one who killed Bolt!
Okay, now I'm mad.
Clean my beard with your balls!
How I do?
Oh, what's that over there? It's a rune at the end of a bunch of super sick jumps and stuff.
A jumping puzzle?
Tina, I'm pretty sure this jump is impossible.
Fine. My bad. I'll make it doable.
This sucks. I hate jumping puzzles.
Okay, Whiny Wendy. A magical bridge extends, leading you directly to the road. Are you happy?
Kinda, yeah.
You found the dwarven letter A!
Celebrate while you can, douche.
My
You
beard
still
is
need 2
deadlier
more
than
letters
you.
to complete the passphrase, and I have the last one.
Robot! Attack mode!
Tina, all these dwarves look exactly like Salvador. Kinda,
Yeah, I know, Free Lily. You think it's racist or something? I'll sell downstairs if he thinks it's racist. Hey, Salvador! Is it okay if all of the dwarves in my campaign look like you?
That is awesome!
Oh, yeah! Not racist.
Time to get gory!
Crap!
We should have to control horror!
What did I tell you, suckers? The building is extra hard just for high fives.
Valhalla! Wait, that's not a bloody creeper!
Long since I ate human.
You came to the wrong mine, big dog! Valhalla! Never see the the harder you'll fall! Valhalla!
Standing before you is a dwarven puzzle. To get past it, you gotta think real hard. To the max!
Oh man, impossible puzzles, hairy dwarves, fiery explosions, best day ever!
I hate puzzles. I want to break stuff.
Is that how you wanted us to solve the puzzle?
Yeah. Let's go here.
I liked it.
That's the letter F. Only one letter left.
I've got the last letter, Muppet. And with the sorcerer's power coursing through my veins, you'll never get it.
Kick him in the piston!
You enter the lair of Great Tooth the Dwarf. The sorcerer brainwashed him into running this place. You also notice a weird-ass magic globe. Might be why Great Tooth's so mean.
Welcome to my lair. Now flee and die!
A boss fight? Let's do this!
sorcerer's control over me. You must want to get out of this horrible place. Goldie, give our saviors the password rune. Thank you for... Whoa, wait a minute! You're the jackass who killed Ragnar the Emancipator! Die!
Damn it, Brick!
I said I was sorry!
We gotta walk all the way back? Oh, man.
Alright, girl, alright. Here. I made some glowy portals for your laser butts.
Did you just say laser butts?
Whatever that is, I want it.
RATF? We have to unscramble that?
Is it raft? I bet it's raft.
Is it raft?
Was that not the password?
God, I just figured it out.
So say it.
Fine, it's... art.
Oh, God! Oh, my God!
Guys! Did somebody say fart? What a stinky thing to say! Yeah.
You ruin everything.
My bullets aren't magic, but they are cheap. Welcome to Cleric Zed's Health Emporium. Good luck on your quest, or whatever.
With the Sorcerer's Tower in sight, you think of what you're going to spend your reward money on once you rescue the Queen. Maybe some guns. And a hacker circuit reintegrator. Those things are neat.
You heard me! No! This what you talk!
Evil is on the loose. I recently felled a dragon, but could not find a single gun on its corpse. There's but one explanation. My father. You must eliminate them and return what they
nothing. Sir Gallo has gone mad. Mad, I say! I shall not forgive this insult to my honor. Have at you!
Curious? Man carried no loot. He must not have been the loot ninja. Still, track the others down. I will have my justice.
Robot, attack mode!
This is utter lunacy. I am no ninja of I have no time for this. To all!
Accursed luck! He carried no loot either. Ah well, it must be the final member of my former posse who betrayed me. Of this, I am certain!
I'm Stu! Die!
Loot Ninja! Die, hypocrite! What's this then? He had no loot either? Curious. Nonetheless, you deserve a reward. Return to me! Return to me. You're back! Let's get your reward, shall we?
Shame about my former colleagues. If none of them were stealing the root loot, I wonder who was. You may have one item from this chest. One! It was the chest all along? Oh, that cruel
Man, that quest was dark and ironic. A true look into the duplicitousness of interpersonal relationships. Now come see me so you can explain what the hell I just said.
I want it.
That was close. No, it wasn't!